go ahead and stretch it out, and I'll do the intro for this one. Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant starring Can You Ever Forgive Me? This is a very different Melissa McCarthy.
Stretching. Can you ever forgive me?
This is the Melissa McCarthy that we hoped we'd see at some point because we've seen flashes of that brilliant actor side of her in the past, but we've
St.
gotten
Vincent.
so many. St. Vincent's a great example, and you see what a comedic force she is in things like The Heat or Bridesmaids. Even look at her at SNL as Sean Spicer. I mean, she is one of the best comedic forces on the planet when properly utilized. I think here, more dramatic, maybe Oscar contending, but do not forget about Mr. Richard E. Grant either, because
Richard E. Grant,
he is great in this movie too.
He steals the show. I think he's going to be the talk, and I think he'll probably get an Oscar nom for it. He's that good in it. It's the story of Lee Israel, who was this author, successful author at one point, goes through a really bad stretch, can't get work, and what does she do? She starts forging letters. Starts forging letters from famous people, from famous authors, and she starts selling them. She sold over 400 of them, and it's the journey of her doing that, working with Richard E. Grant. Once again, it's chemistry here that everyone's going to be talking about, because Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant, their moments together, it's like you can't take your eyes off of them. And it was a fascinating story from start to finish. And I thought you're right. I thought Melissa McCarthy did a good job. Her husband, Ben Falcone, is in this as well. They have some scenes together. I do not hate him
as a person.
I do not hate him as a person. I think he's not a great director, but he does not direct this movie.
I don't think they work well together, director, star.
But they certainly work together in this movie. There's scenes that they have together in this movie that work well, and I thought that the movie just vibed, and I was impressed with it because I saw the trailer, I was interested, and I think that this is something that happens in a comedian's career if they are doing this long enough that they have to evolve. Whether you're Robin Williams or Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy, whoever you are, you can't just stick in the same type of comedy. And Melissa McCarthy's doing the same thing now, and she should continue to do this because she's really good in this role. And I'd much rather see her in more stuff like this than some silly comedies that she continues to do a lot of the same stuff.
Can you even say like a Tom Hanks? I mean, he was in a lot of comedies,
but he wasn't known. But he wasn't known for like he was
the funny guy. He was the funny guy.
But it was like when you think like the big superstar comedy actors, like she's up there. She's in there for those. That's what she's known for. I
certainly think so. And I think that if you look at the early movies, like as her Splash or Bachelor Party or even Big, and then you transform into this, it's like there's a whole other world out there of movies for you to be in.
You can go to your Philadelphia's.
And I don't think this would be the best example of that, simply because I think the movie itself, I felt they get a little long in the tooth. As much as I loved watching them work together, Grant and McCarthy, I felt like I got the sense of the story. It didn't take as many twists and turns as I thought it might. It tells it. It's not a flat movie by any sense of the imagination, but it's not as bubbly as, say, a LaCroix.
Sure. I mean, you're right. Because I think it's also the problem sometimes with the true story is that you're a little handcuffed. You know where it's going to go. Handcuffed. I like where you went with this story because of what she did.
I don't get it. Oh, okay. See.
Anyway, so
chemistry,
and this happens in the movie too. I agree with this. I think a lot of it gets a little slow at times, but it's funny because right as I felt that, a couple drops, then there's a scene with her and Richard E. Grant, perks me right back up, and then I'm in it again. And because of it, I thought it was because of the performances between the two of them, I think it's something you should see for Oscar season. 3.8 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm going 3.75 out of 5. I also got a chance to see this in Toronto, and like you're knocking out 4 or 5 movies a day, and this was not the feeling of like walking out of like seeing like If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah. What were the 5
Green
that day?
Book, or
Do you remember the 5 that day? No. All right, I just asked. You can say I don't remember. You can simply just go, I don't know.
No, you put
I'm
me
not
on the
sure.
Spot.
It was a long day.
I think
can't
the
remember.
day kicked off with A Star Is Born.
Okay, which I saw recently.
Did you hear that?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah.
You like it?
So you didn't remember. Okay, so guys, you got the 3.75. I got the 3.8. He started with A Star Is Born. What are you going to start with this season? Are you going to see Can You Forgive Me? Can you forgive me for that outro?
We got the light.
And there's the light.
Wrap it up.
Hey, right over there, some more reviews. We got some more stuff going over there. Big announcement coming soon. How about that? He doesn't like when I do that. And T-shirts right there. Get the T-shirts from TeePublic. Bye.